In today's video, I nearly kicked the bucket, and Matthew also does things.
It's covering the light, so I got to use the phone torch. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys remember, in the last video we just finished up most of the panels for the back, and as I'm sure you just saw, I'd finished welding all of the panels together and sanded and finished them off. Next step, we got to start moving towards the front, make up some more panels and weld those together. But first we got to get...
You didn't tell us though what you're up to though.
Ah shit, building a Bentley Build.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to the Bentley Build project. Last time you saw us make most of the panels for the rear. Now today, as you saw, I finished off welding them together. Next we're going to start moving our way forwards. We've got the panels below the doors, below the scuttle, and all the door skins to make. We've got to wait for Donnie to finish up the scuttle, or I got to make a new one, and we'll see. But next step is a lot more wheeling, and I don't know what else. So enjoy some royalty-free music while we make some more progress.
Man, I think it's salvageable. Oh no! I ruined it! No! I think I need to wheel it some more. What have I done?
I think that's done.
Oh my goodness. That was actually staged, even though some of you might not believe it. But what happened, guys, is that I just about finished with this reverse and I was pretty happy with the results. Except that on the previous video also we spoke about it, that with a wooden buck you got a lot of lack of information, and this was a very classic example of that. So the only information that I had as far as the reverse is concerned is this line over here, this curvature, and over here I had no information. So I started making this panel and I felt as if the curvature of the reverse would bow in outwards like that, almost like a windshield of a car would. But after just about having finished this panel, I realized that the fitment on the sides was just not going to work out, and that this curvature actually needed to go straight over. And the way that I found that out, it's something I probably should have done before starting with the panel, is I took a piece of aluminium and I just bent it on that curvature over there, and I followed that line, and as you can see the angle stays the same throughout this reverse. In other words, this reverse needs to be straight and not curve towards the outside like I originally thought. And if I had kept it like I did on the previous panel, this part of the valance or scuttle would have lifted up, and the lines that goes to the bonnet would have been incorrect. So it absolutely had to be straight. Now I could have probably salvaged the panel that I had made, but I thought I'd use this as a learning moment or a teaching moment, and I just made another one, spent a couple of hours, made another one that I'm far more happy about. And also there was a lot that I could learn from making this panel, but now we've got a second one and it fits much better, and Matthew can now weld this onto the other panels that he's already finished making, and then hopefully by the end of this video we'll have all the body panels at least welded or tacked together. Check it out, loads of progress once again. Like you saw in the beginning of the video, Matthew had finished off this rear end, sanding it down, making all these little pieces one. And now after I made this top part of the scuttle, he gone ahead and he welded these two pieces together, making that one again. And as you can see, just about all the aluminium panels are made for the body part of this car. We still need to do the door skins.
Yeah, so we're going to do the door skins once we've nailed the body in place. We can make sure the doors flow nicely, lines the body.
You guys get that? It's going to make the skins after we've installed or made the rest of it up, just to make sure that the skins are the right size. And then there's one more piece up front that he needs to make, is this piece of the scuttle that's going to be underneath the bonnet, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be underneath the bonnet.
Yeah.
But we just need to start with the bonnet first. We need to figure out where the hinges are. It sort of needs to get like a little coping essentially, where the hinges sit in the wood and in the aluminium. So once we figure out our bonnet, we can make that piece up as well.
Okay, so we basically need to still add a couple of pieces to the puzzle before we can make this piece. But the next thing it needs doing is the pieces that's now been welded together needs to get tipped over, and then it's going to get nailed onto this wood and become one with the wood.
Yep.
But I think maybe I don't know if we talked about it in the last video, guys, but this centerpiece over here does not get welded onto the rear end or the front end. It gets two expansion gaps on both ends, front and rear, so that it'll allow for a little bit of twist in the body so it doesn't crack. So there's going to be an expansion gap over there and one over there and on the other end as well, and we're going to finish it off very nicely the way that it was done back in the day, to make it look exactly like it used to look back in the day and also be nice and pretty. And yeah, that's just about it. As you can see, it is starting to look like a boat tail. I am very happy with the results. There's more than enough material along all the edges, but we'll show you in the next video how we're gonna tip it, just trim it all down and then tip it over and nail it in place and make it one. Anyways, I think that's enough progress for this video. Not much, but still we are very happy with how things are coming along. See you in the next video. Cheers.
Cheers.